mummy's with the maggots now.
Death has come to your little town, Sheriff.
Well, hi there.
Hello and welcome to Would You Die, the show where he's dead all right. So cold. Is the pizza? I'm Austin Torres.
And I'm Anneliese Petersmark.
And today we are continuing Slashtober.
Yay!
I love slasher movies.
I know.
They're not my favorite, but they just bring me joy.
They're just classic horror. I mean, like, that's the thing, right? Is like there's a few different genres that are very like integral to horror. It's like monster movies and slasher, you know?
Ghost movies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see what you mean. I think slashers are comfort food.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you get a scream that just elevates the subgenre. That's just so brilliant, so good. Sometimes you get absolute trash. And sometimes you get a movie that just is so hard to describe.
And that's this week's pick.
I low-key think the Slumber Party Massacre is awesome. But on the surface, it's such a trashy movie.
Yeah, that's a really good way to describe it. So this is a 1982 slasher about several high school girls having a slumber party while being stalked by an escape killer named Russ Thorne.
What a name.
Yes.
Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger,
Russ Thorne.
Russ Thorne. He sounds like he should be in The Office and not the Slumber Party Massacre.
He does.
I'm sorry, please continue.
Something interesting about this movie that I think makes it work so well, and the reason why I think it's such a cult classic, is because it was written as a parody but filmed seriously, which you
I didn't
can
know that.
really tell in the way that it's kind of shown. It really turns into a very serious movie, but you can definitely tell that there's that element of humor in there.
It feels intentional as a film. Like, sometimes, I mean, there's been so many slasher movies. Not all of them are good. But
True.
There's enjoyment in a lot of the bad ones because I hate to say it because it sounds mean, but you can laugh at them. It's fun. It's fine.
Yeah.
But this one, you can laugh at, but it feels like it's in on the joke.
Yes.
Like it does. Like it feels like it knows what it's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And part of it is because of. I think part of it is because of the director.
Yeah, I would agree. Amy Holden Jones is a G.
Mm-hmm. And a woman.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So what is your personal connection with this movie? When do you remember seeing it?
I watched this movie for the first time last year.
Okay. Wow, I'm surprised.
I like slasher movies, but I don't really like seek them out. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
I let them come to me. And I'm going to shout out friend of the pod, Chloe Harper Gold, who she's just launched a new YouTube series all about Supernatural, which co-host Anneliese, that's her favorite show? One of favorite show? Top 5 show? Top
Probably
10
top 5 or top 10. Like, if it's not top 5, it's 6.
Okay.
But,
okay.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's up there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Chloe and I did an episode where maybe this was 2 years ago, but I brought her on for Slashtober, and we did a bunch of slasher gems, not Halloween, not Friday the 13th, but movies like House on Sorority Row. And I'm pretty sure the Slumber Party Massacre was a part of it. She gave me a list of 30 movies. I watched 5 of them. Maybe. But I did not watch the Slumber Party Massacre, but I'm hearing about... After this episode, I start seeing it in like horror movie. Like, these are shows I like. I start hearing about it in podcasts. I'm like, I'll have to check it out. Mm-hmm. So last year, it's September, and I'm like, I'm finally going to check out Slumber Party Massacre. It's been on my radar. I'm going to watch it. And then I watched it. And then fast forward to this year, I'm like, I'm going to make Anneliese watch it. And then you watched it.
I did.
And what's your personal connection with this movie?
I watched it last week. I really wasn't expecting, like, when you see a movie called The Slumber Party Massacre and you don't know anything about it, I really will say I wasn't expecting a lot of the humor and the subversive elements of it.
Yeah.
I was very much just expecting kind of a very classic B-movie 80s, like, slasher. And that's... I mean, it definitely has those elements.
Yeah.
Like, yes, on paper, that's exactly what it is, but it also has a lot of deeper elements of, you know, parody and feminism and a lot of different kind of deeper things to it I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, you don't expect a movie titled The Slumber Party Massacre to have a lot on its mind.
Mm-hmm.
But it absolutely does.
Yes.
I would argue that this is a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. So for a little bit of a historical context, because it's really important with this movie to kind of get the full scope, it was released during the slasher boom. Like,
yeah,
post Halloween, post Friday the 13th, very like in the middle of when all of these slashers were being kind of lauded as the horror genre.
I would say this boom is from 1980 through to 1984.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's
basically
probably fair.
Michael DeFreddy.
That's fair. It was written by feminist author Rita Mae Brown, who is mostly known for her works on paper. She wrote a lot of poetry, a lot of novels, all kind of dealing with growing up as a young woman in the 70s, and specifically a young lesbian woman in the 70s. So she also was very active in a number of civil rights campaigns, like hugely political in a lot of her movements. She was somebody who was part of the anti-war movement, the feminist movement, the lesbian liberation movement, and she ended up writing her most famous book, which is a coming-of-age autobiographical novel, Ruby Fruit Jungle, about her life.
What's the title of that?
Ruby Fruit Jungle.
Gotcha.
Yes. And then later in her life, she wrote a screenplay parodying the slasher genre titled Slumber Party Massacre. And she got Amy Holden Jones to direct. This is a huge deal because at the time it was one of the first slashers by a woman writer and director team. Amy Holden Jones is probably most known for directing Slumber Party Massacre, but she also wrote the film Mystic Pizza, which is a very, like, it was basically been described as the female diner, which is, like, if you don't know, like a bro comedy film by Barry Levinson. And she really wanted to direct it. However, Goldwyn bought the rights, had a male director, but that movie is still, like, talked about as having witty dialogue amongst women. Yeah. So it is a huge women empowerment movie as well.
I have a fun fact. I'm pretty sure Amy Holden Jones turned down an opportunity to, I think, edit E.T.?
Yes, to do this movie.
Which is so baller.
Yeah.
And she has stated multiple times, no regrets.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, she chose this over editing E.T. It was really important because this movie centers around young girls. Mm-hmm. And this movie also gets young girls, I think.
I think this is a movie that men, women, non-binary friends, everyone can enjoy. But it is such a feminist movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think a male director would have pulled this off.
I don't think so either. I think it's a very good, like, realistic approach to young girls.
Right.
Yeah.
And some more context, behind the scenes info. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure this was produced by Roger Corman.
Really?
I'm like 80% sure Roger Corman was involved with this.
I believe you.
But you're fact checking for me, please and thank you.
I am fact checking for you, please and thank you.
In my defense, I did all my prep work a week ago, and I didn't have time to do it again.
No, that's fair. Yes, Roger Corman financed the film. Yeah.
I believe he gave him a lot of freedom too, but like one of his notes was like, "Listen, I need more blood, I need more boobs, so I can sell this thing."
And they delivered.
I think they added that like gym shower scene in the beginning of the movie just because of that note.
That makes sense.
And I think
because it doesn't really fit with the tone of the rest of the movie, honestly.
No, it feels like it was added on.
Yeah.
But then there's a lot of exposition in it. And
right. Yeah. I mean, it was definitely like done because of the fact. I mean, like the exposition that was in it feels in place, but the actual like visuals don't, I guess.
Right. Right. So I'm thinking it's like, you know how in like HBO shows, they're giving you important plot details, but like the woman's topless.
Yes.
They have something to look at.
Yeah.
I think this is the first. This was HBO before HBO.
Mm-hmm. So moving into Slashtober, this movie really hits all of the slasher tropes.
Yeah.
Slasher tropes.
Ooh, slashatopes.
Slashatopes. No, so teenage cast. I mean, that's obviously part of it. Anything
Right.
called Slumber Party Massacre is going to be a teenage cast. And most, if not all, well, definitely not all, but most slasher movies focus around youth. They focus around young people. And this is no exception. We have these young teenage girls who are kind of waiting for Russ Thorne, escaped convict, to come take them.
Yeah. Unique murder weapon?
Yes, absolutely. And not just unique murder weapon, but specifically looking at this through the context of feminist horror, phallic murder weapon. Definitely purposeful.
This actually makes a great double feature with the film we're covering next week.
Yes, and I watched it as a double feature, which was
I did
fun.
too.
Yeah, it was a good time.
But we'll talk about why I bring that up next week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so teens, we've got this creative murder weapon.
Phallic murder weapon.
Very stereotypical, like, killer, in terms
Yeah.
of, like, escaped convict from the, that, like, that's very good. That's always a classic. You've got the classic trope of, like, isolating the girls one by one in order to pick them off.
Fake jump scares.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, I didn't mean to give you such a scare.
And creative kills. I mean, yeah, that's
Definitely.
the part of it. It really fits as both a classic and as kind of an early commentary on the genre.
Yeah, like these filmmakers knew what the slasher genre was before the slasher genre knew
Yeah.
what it was.
Yes, I agree.
And it's interesting that last week we covered Scream, which is a very meta film. I'm not saying this film is meta, but it's a little self-aware. Next week's episode is extremely self-aware. Like, I didn't mean to pick so many, like, self-reflective slashers in a row.
Yeah, you really did. You kind of got into them, huh?
I thought I was bringing variety. Nope.
All of them are the same. No, I'm just kidding.
But I do think this film, you brought it up earlier, it's a cult classic. I think this is the very definition of a cult classic.
Yes, absolutely. This film is witty banter and like all of the good stereotypes of a slasher movie while also being realistic almost. I mean, not in the actual slasher, but I love when a movie that is so ridiculous in premise dials up the realism in the way that the characters speak to each other. I think in the everyday mundane things, I
Right.
think that's so fun because it does make it feel more visceral when these terrible things happen. So, like, I don't know, just some of the quotes kill me. Like, when Diane says, I think your tits are getting bigger, and all of the girls go, mine?
I love that.
So funny.
Or the
So
scene
good.
where the little sister is like about to open the refrigerator to see the dead body, but then she gets distracted. Then she goes because she wants pizza or something, but then she gets distracted. She does it like 3 times before finally opening and discovering
Yeah.
the dead body.
This is not realistic, but one of my favorite lines is when Russ Thorne goes, pizza delivery, and they go, what's the damage? And he goes, 6 so far. That kills me.
That's funny.
That's hilarious. Also, the fact that, like, that would have made sense at the time because pizza could be $6 is crazy.
What?
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, because 82, they wouldn't have had to, like, go through Reaganomics as much yet.
Yeah.
Ah, the glory days.
The glory days.
The gory days.
I just think, like, it's very, very fun. The whole movie is really fun. I love how much sports is in this movie.
We like sports.
And we don't care.
And we don't care who knows.
So yeah, there's a lot of sports talk. And I love that because there's this like 5-minute long basketball scene at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Which is so cool. And then on top of that, almost every time you see the girls at the slumber party, they're either talking about sports or they are wearing sports jerseys or they are like, whatever.
These are jocks.
Yeah. Yeah. They are. I mean, like at one point, one of them calls what's her face and is like
the coach, right?
Yeah. And is like, we need to know about the, like who scored last night during the baseball game or whatever. I don't remember exactly what she says, but it was more sportsy than what I just said.
Yeah.
So, but that is, what it is.
Right. And then another thing is these are like really athletic girls.
Mm-hmm.
They're on the basketball team. I'm assuming they're varsity. The one girl like takes down her boyfriend because he stupidly tries to scare her. And it's funny. It's cute. Mm-hmm. She's like, don't sneak up on me. He's like, yeah, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
But I bring this up because, like, these are strong girls who put up a fight when Russ Thorne comes to crash the party. And,
yes,
he's a grown man with a power drill, so he gets a lot of them, but it don't come easy,
Yeah, no, not at all. He is, yeah, like you said, they put up a huge fight.
So, but yeah, they're constantly talking about sports, playing sports. They like sports, and they don't care who knows.
They don't care who knows. And that's the truth.
I love it. As a woman who likes sports, do you relate?
I do. I find this very endearing. Unfortunately, I feel like when I was a teenager, I never had a lot of friends who were into sports because the sport that I did wasn't a team sport. Like, I feel like it's different if you, like, play basketball in high school, which it seems like all of them either do or want to because when they finish their gym class, the gym teacher, the coach is like, don't forget basketball tryouts are on this day or whatever. So it sounds like they're all kind of on the same team or at least implied to be.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would have probably been, that camaraderie didn't come until I was later. But now I have a lot of like female friends who are into sports and it's very much that, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I love it. You go from kind of talking girly to sports.
Hoorah!
Exactly. You get it.
That's not even sports. That's the fucking Marines. But still.
Same thing.
Still. It's the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Goff.
No.
You and the ladies never just start chanting?
Not that one. No. Because not a Jared Goff fan. That made it sound like I have a problem with Jared Goff. I don't. He's just a Lion, and I'm not a Lions fan. I feel really bad. I'm sorry, Mr. Goff. It's not you. It's the fact that you've ruined Detroit sports forever.
By being our savior. Jared Goff. Jared Goff. I love
All
you.
I'm saying is that it would be nice to be able to go to a Red Wings game and hear them cheer for the Red Wings and not Jared Goff, who doesn't know how to skate.
Maybe the Red Wings need to win a playoff game.
How'd the last NFC championship you went to go?
Listen. I like the Red Wings too. But we'd be cheering if they were the Red Wings again.
Okay, that's fair. The Tigers made the playoffs last year, and they still chanted Jared Goff several times.
Because we're all one Detroit.
No. Okay. So.
Can you imagine if these ladies played football?
That'd be hilarious. They probably would have killed him.
Yeah, a lot more of them might have survived.
Yes.
Because they did kill him.
Mm-hmm. Cultural impact.
It's always hard to say because, like, these small indie movies...
Yeah, but that being said...
Like, larger cultural impact, not really, but it is a, like, bona fide cult classic.
I was going to say, it's usually in best of slasher or cult horror lists. It had 2 sequels and a reboot.
I feel like it's one of those movies that it's not mainstream. Like, a normal person wouldn't know about it. But in the horror genre, it's very...
Yeah, and it's also usually discussed in horror academia as an example of early feminist horror.
Right. Like, to me, cultural impact, that's Halloween, that's Scream.
Mm-hmm.
But a movie like this, it's more like the horror culture.
Yeah.
The horror canon. Like, it's very important to the horror canon.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, this ain't Jaws.
Right.
Like, most people know Sweeney Todd, you know? Like...
Mm-hmm.
To point out movies from... But that being said, I do think this is like a cult classic.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of movies, it's like, not everyone knows about this movie, but the people who do...
They definitely do.
They definitely do. And I think it's almost like, not a rite of passage film, but like, you're a horror fan once you see this movie.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
So, Lisa... You are a horror fan.
Thanks.
I mean, you've been one, but it's like...
But this is real now.
Like, there are no doubts at this point.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen enough cult classics now to qualify.
Right. And I think, me personally, if you say you like horror movies, that counts.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you've only seen 5. If you like all 5 of them, then hell yeah. But, like... You say you see the Slumber Party Massacre, I'm expecting to see you at some conventions. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's fair.
So, yeah.
All right. Superlatives?
The Superlative Party Massacre?
Yeah.
Slumberlative Party Massacre? Let's go. Let's do it.
Who would you save?
I would save Coach.
It's a good poll.
I would save Coach. She got done dirty. That was a cheap move by Russ. Coach was going to win.
Yeah.
But I guess the movie needed to be a little longer. I'm not over it.
Mm-hmm.
I love Coach. She was good.
That's fair. She was. I think I would save Kim.
I'm going to be so real with you right now. I don't remember their names.
I am looking at a list of the cast, so I really hope I'm right, but I'm pretty sure Kim is the one they find in the fridge. And if it's not, I would save the one that they find in the fridge, because that's the one I mean.
Is she the one that she was making out with her boyfriend in the car?
Yes.
Okay, I like her. Well, she's kind of a bitch, but in a likable way.
I don't care. I love her. I think she's an icon. I understand that she is kind of a bitch to Trish. And Valerie, but I love her.
That was so good. She's kind of a bitch to Trish.
I love her. That's fine.
That is so fun to say out loud.
She's a bitch to trash. Bitch to trash.
Bitch to shrish.
Say it 5 times fast. Do it.
If you say it 5 times in the mirror, she appears.
She appears.
And she's a bitch to you, too.
That's iconic. All right, what was your favorite scare?
So there's this chase scene near the beginning of the movie where, forgive me, I don't remember the characters' names, but the one girl has to go back for her books, and there's this like elaborate might not be the right word, but there's this really well choreographed chase scene which is very engaging, and like at some point she finds a really good hiding spot, but then because Russ gets her with the drill on the arm, she's noticed she's bleeding, so she's smart enough to locate a towel because she's in like a gym area, and use it to like cover her blood, but she didn't get it in time, so the blood seeped through the other side of the door without her and Russ finds her, but it's really tense. I want to shout that out because my actual favorite is when the pizza guy, they open the door and he's there dead with eyes removed. That's just too good. That is too good.
I agree. I think my favorite is the drill going through the door in the beginning. Like, same chase scene, but yeah, seeing the murder weapon for the first time is a lot, because it's like, that's not a quick kill.
Right.
That's a horrifying thing that you've done here.
Yep.
Tony Todd Award for movie MVP. If you steal mine, I'm going to be really mad.
I'm not going to steal it on purpose.
You're going to steal it. I know you are. Because I feel like there's kind of a right answer.
Well, for me, it's Coach.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I love the Coach in this movie.
You do.
She's iconic.
That's true.
And she deserved justice for Coach.
Fair.
Who's your Tony Todd Award winner for movie MVP?
For me, it is Amy Holden Jones.
Oh, that's a really good answer.
Just like directing this on such a shoestring budget with like a very clear vision is it shows. She's very, very good.
And to be a woman director in the 80s.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Iconic.
Yes.
I mean, it's iconic to be a woman director now.
Yes.
But that's like such an important bit of history. Mm-hmm. And then for it to be good.
Yes.
Like legitimately fun, you know?
Yeah, it's a good one.
And one thing I want to say about her directing, this movie doesn't hold its punches because it's directed by a woman.
No.
It's just as sleazy, it's just as violent and gratuitous and insane as like some of the nastier Friday the 13th movies, you know. It's still got an edge.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think it's a very unique film. Mm-hmm. So, good pick.
Yeah.
Good pick.
10 out of 10. I'm proud of that one. Not gonna lie. Okay, so next one. Is the score better than Jaws?
No.
But this score was done by Ralph Jones, who's only done 3 scores before.
Oh, wow.
He did Made to Order, The Slumber Party Massacre, and Love Letters, all in the 80s. And fun fact, the score of this movie the score / soundtrack was composed on a Casio MT40, which is one of those like keyboards that's like a 2-octave keyboard. Mm-hmm. Like, for what it is, like for a 37 key keyboard to have that score composed on that little thing, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Very strong score for that. Yeah.
I'm going to be perfectly honest. I don't love the 80s synth-based score movement.
That's fair.
I know why it happened, because these are a lot of low-budget
It's
movies.
also just like synth was real fucking big in the 80s, man.
Yeah, because not everyone can afford a fucking orchestra.
Yeah, it's accessible.
I don't I don't love the 80s synth movement in either pop culture or pop music or film. I understand
be
why
wrong.
it's there. Yeah, okay. I understand why it's there. There are some I like more than others. I don't generally care for these type of scores. This is one that I think is stronger than a lot of similar scores.
Fair. A fine addition to your collection. Do you own this movie?
I do not.
Wow.
It's been a while since I said no.
Yeah.
I would like to one day.
Yeah, it's cool. I've actually seen like that some of the special editions have really good bonus features. So I would like to own this as well.
I still need to see part 2 and 3.
Yeah. I was wondering if you had seen part 2 and 3. What about the remake? Have you seen the remake from 2021?
I didn't know there was a remake.
Yeah, it was on Sci-Fi.
I don't watch television.
It's fair. I didn't say I saw it. I just said it exists. Okay.
That'd be crazy if you saw that, but you didn't see the original.
That's fair. All right. So do we want to do our Letterboxd reviews and then maybe look at some funny ones on
Yeah, because I
on
think...
the interwebs?
Because, yeah,
There's some good ones for this one.
If you subscribe to the Patreon, we've played with this idea on our War of the Worlds 2025 episode. Damn. I was referencing the movie.
Oh.
But,
It's a good one. That's hilarious, actually.
But, yeah, I'm excited to, like, bring this to the main feed.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
me too.
is your review up?
Yes, I have my review up. Jeremy, did you do a review for this one? You were kind of in and out.
I was not fully watching this film on account of I am sick. It's also why this is the first time you're hearing my voice on this episode. But, so no. It was fine. Like, from what I saw, I enjoyed. But I don't feel like I really gave it a good enough watch to warrant any stock. Like, I don't think any review I give it would be genuine.
But
That's
do you at least have any thoughts?
Yeah. So I mean, everything that I watched, I like. It was very classic slasher film. Like, to me, like when Anneliese said it was written as a parody but filmed seriously, even if I didn't know that fact, if somebody were to ask me what vibe does it give off,
That would be what you said.
I would say that verbatim.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I liked it was short and punchy.
Yep.
I liked that. One thing I know I'm sure you guys talked about it. I've been a little bit in and out of this episode myself, but I thought it was interesting that the killer had no mask. That was.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that.
No, we
actually.
No,
really
so,
didn't
like,
talk about that.
That is.
I felt that's
we
one thing I
mentioned it.
didn't like about it, and I understand why they did it, because like
It's been done.
the movie wouldn't really work if he was masked all the time, right?
Right.
But it was something that I found interesting, that it felt like it took me out of the fear for them, because I was like, well, that's just some guy.
And I think that's what makes this movie kind of like interesting, because it is just some guy.
Right.
Why would you be scared of him? But just some guy's killing pretty good, you know?
Right.
And I'm not saying that's what makes... Because as a movie, I don't think it's scary, but like if that was real life, it'd be fucking terrifying.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yes, definitely.
But it... And he's doing like creepy stuff with his like face.
Yeah.
The actor's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah. Lisa, do you want to say your review?
Sure. In my review, I gave it 3 stars. And I said, well, there's a lot of nudity and a lot of random sports talk, that's for sure. Bonus points for creative murder weapon and the girl who ate the pizza anyway. She's a real one.
My review is I gave it 3.5 stars and a heart. And I said, I am convinced Sigmund Freud would have loved the Slumber Party Massacre.
That's crazy. I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
There is a shot where one of the girls is like cornered against the wall, and he comes up, and in silhouette, you see his legs and then his drill.
Yeah.
And then later in the movie, I think Valerie is her name. She takes a machete to his drill and, let's say, cuts a couple inches off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was on purpose.
Yes. Which leads me to one of my favorite reviews. From Will, who says, "I wonder what the drill symbolizes."
This review by Karsten says, "People just don't say 'fork it over, shortcake' anymore."
This one by India, 3 stars. I'm sorry, but I can't take a killer who wears denim on denim seriously.
On this one from Adam, on top of everything else, a thrilling high school basketball sequence.
Is this film in the Teen Wolf multiverse?
Yes. This is just the girl Teen Wolf.
The girl Teen.
It would
oh my
only
God.
be only be topped off better if they had made what's his face play them in basketball at the end of the movie.
That'd be insane. All right, this one from Sean Gilman, 4 stars and a heart. That drill seems to mean something. Like it's a drill, but it also might be something else. I can't quite explain. It's almost like it's a symbol meant to imply some other object or idea that for some reason we can't see on screen. I don't know. I could be imagining things. Maybe sometimes a drill is just a drill.
Okay, not to put out Blumhouse shade, but Haunted Hippie said, "Why does this $250,000 1982 slasher have better lighting than anything Blumhouse has put out in the last 5 years?"
Jeremy, do you got one?
My favorite one so far that I've seen is just, folks, I need that duck lamp.
Jeremy needs ducks.
Oh, I know a thing or two about ducks.
Or 3.
So this one by Fran, 3.5 stars. Oh, so this movie is feminist? Then why did my boyfriend have to tell me it's an auger and not a drill?
This 4.5-star review by Blue. This film is pro-castration. Compliment.
Cheap thrills, power tools, and zero subtlety. Girls, you know the drill. So does he.
Hey. This one, 4.5 stars. This film is pro-castration. Compliment.
Girl, I just said that one.
No, you didn't.
Out loud.
No.
That's so embarrassing for you. It just shows that you don't even listen to me.
All right, how about this one? Cheap thrills, power tools, zero subtlety. Girls, you know the drill, so does he.
Ha! This one
So
from...
I'm sorry. That first time I actually didn't mean to read it. I was looking, and I'm pretty sure I laughed at one when you said it.
You did.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Maddie says, quote, "I don't like her. She drinks too much milk," is so fucking brutal.
She drinks too much.
Which is so true. We didn't even talk about the fact that she says, "I don't like her. She drinks too much milk."
Oh my goodness.
Me too.
All right, I got one. For realsies. Shout out to Rita Mae Brown for making sure to include multiple discussions about the state of Brooke Shields' hair.
Real.
Peak 80s slasher. It makes zero sense, but that's what makes it awesome.
Yeah, it does.
Real. All right, this is my last one. From Kenneth Clark. Kenny Clark. Loved the cliffhanger of not knowing if the survivors still spent the night.
This one's similar, by Ezra. Do we think they finished the slumber party after all that? In parentheses, serious question.
Real.
That is so funny.
What a good time.
This is a good time. I like this movie.
All right, let's finish out our superlatives. So there are no Supernatural alumni in this one,
Tragic.
unfortunately. But we have our special edition superlatives. What about best kill?
For me, I think the best kill has to be, well, I guess it's more of the aftermath. But when I think Trish goes to make out with her boyfriend and then his head just comes off.
That's real. That's a good one.
No, I lied. That's honorable mention. For me, the best kill is when the one boy is getting killed while Valerie's watching the slasher movie, and it's intercut with the slasher movie, and she doesn't hear his screams because she thinks it's the movie.
My favorite, although we don't actually see it, but is the pizza guy.
Pizza guy's iconic. But I said that for best scare, so.
I just like pizza guy's so good. And like the whole, do you think the pizza's cold? And then she fucking eats the pizza. Love her. Iconic.
The real MVP.
True.
Sorry, coach.
So, Austin, would you die?
No, because my friends don't invite me to slumber parties.
That's fair. I thought you were going to say because you're not a girl.
But, I thought about that, but like multiple boys and a man get killed too.
That's true.
Like the neighbor.
But they weren't invited either.
But I'm not crashing. But like the neighbor who's like snail hunt, which is wild. Who hunts snails?
He's trying to get them out of his garden.
Apparently a bunch of people do in the 80s because one of the girls was like, my dad does that.
Yeah, they're trying to get them out of their garden. People do that now, too.
I'm sorry that I am an ally to the snail community.
Good for you.
Anyways, that the neighbor gets killed, and he's like a grown man.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be saved in that regard. I'm just not leaving my house because I wasn't invited.
Fair.
How about you?
I would be invited. I would be at the slumber party, and I would die.
The cost of having friends.
Yup.
Would you eat the pizza?
Yes. 10 out of 10 I would.
11 out of 10.
All right, Austin, where can the people find you?
At home, because I wasn't invited to the slumber party or the massacre. But on the social medias, at Austin M. Torres on whichever social medias. Instagram and Letterboxd. Let's be real. It's Instagram and Letterboxd. You can find Would You Die Show at Would You Die Show. Subscribe to us on YouTube, where we also have Spooky Spotlight, hosted by Deanna Hope. My short films like Spider, The Blood Witch, and Ice Cream. Maybe more content to come. I'm working. I'm trying. It's hard out here. We be busy. We be bussin'.
True.
And subscribe to our Patreon, because for $3 a month, you get bonus episodes, weekly Sparts Ball, and Sports Balls, and more.
We like sports and we don't care. Who knows it?
We don't care. Who knows?
No.
Golf.
Jordan Love.
I would be chanting that if I were a Browns fan.
You're supposed to ask me where you can find me on social media, Austin.
Not the end zone.
So you can find me at the slumber party, because I do have friends. And also on Instagram and Letterboxd at Whimsawillow. See you guys in February when we're in the Super Bowl and you're not. Jeremy, where can people find you?
You can find me everywhere at Annually Funny. I will be ranting about the Tiger's demise. Hear more about that on our Patreon.
Jeremy, if you don't do the themed thing, it's not as funny. Because we all do it.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, our pathetic production is
Whoa.
put together. I'm just kidding. Our production is done by Jeremy Lippitt. The music you hear at the beginning and end of every episode is by Josie Palmer. Our graphics are done by Alec Gibson at Crosshook Creative. Austin, do you have a hint for next week?
And you guys thought Scream was meta. I'm Austin Torres.
And I'm Anneliese Petersmark.
Try not to die.